Hi, everybody. You're looking at a blank wall because my cat got up. Here you go. Let's look at my ugly mug real quick.
Boo! Blank wall, bring
Yeah.
it back.
When Jones gets back, you'll get Jones Cam. So welcome to Materia D&D. We are an hour plus late today. My fault. Where we play D&D our way, and we are on session 127. And we're going to do a really quick recap. Last session, the Menagerie made it into Carver proper. They got in touch with Scoot. Uh, Interacted with him and dropped the fact that they had a book that belonged to one Oren Ebenquill, and Scoot recognized the name, and that was a little odd, and it was hard for Scoot to give up the actual book that Rock had collected from him, sensing that there was something off about it. Rock did collect the book back, but said that he would give it to Scoot to look at later. After that, the Menagerie ventured out of Scoot's Rusty Pick establishment and headed to the brothers Grimm. Uh,
Gritmeyer.
Gritmeyer. I don't know why I said Grimm. Oh, because I was looking at Grimm, the characters. One of the brothers' name is Grimm. Excuse me. There they saw Grimm, Palmer, Smiley, and Willem, eventually all of them, at what they have become dubbed the Knot Bar, where a tree grows through from the ground, through the ceiling, and knocked off the roof and everything. Later, it was kind of uncovered that this tree might be somewhat similar to the tree that they saw in Aristratar's lair, uh, but they're not sure. That evening, after discussing with the Gritmeyers, they were given the adjacent building to rest in. And as they were resting, they were discussing amongst themselves. And on one of the watches, Karos noticed that the storm clouds that were looming ever since Aristotar had fallen uh, began to strike a little bit more on the lightning side. And when he was looking up, there was the visage of a dragon's head high above the city, made in the clouds. Not sure that he was seeing things, he asked his comrades to look at it again with him, and everyone was seeing a dragon's head up in the clouds. And at one point, Al spotted multiple lightning strikes in the direction of the Tefra shelf where the trustees stay. And there's a little bit of panic over what all is going on. There was a little confirmation that it wasn't just the Menagerie that was seeing this, because Dregnar monked his way over back to the Gritmeyers, woke a few of them up, told them to look outside, and they confirmed that they see, that's really cool. It's a dragon's head. It's neat. It's cool how clouds sometimes look like things. And now we're kind of picking up with the Menagerie trying to figure out what is going on. On a quick note, Rock, you have the Scale Sworn blade added to your character sheet.
Nice.
So,
DM redeemed.
DM redeemed. The only thing I need to do on it for some reason, and I'll have to figure it out. It's supposed to be a +1 dagger as well as a +1 casting focus. For some reason, I can't make it do both. So it's supposed to be a +1 to attack rolls with the weapon, +1 with damage rolls with the weapon, +1 to all spell casting DCs, +1 to all spell attack rolls if you speak Draconic. I'm trying to figure it out. So it's there. It's not completely correct on the sheet if you were to attune to it. Because I think
He's just gotta figure out how to program in the debilitating curse that's also associated with it.
yes. I will remind Rock is a little spooked out by the. Rock did want to investigate the notes of Warren Ebenquill, but he was very rudely interrupted by Karos' insane perception to see the clouds. Screw you, Karos. And
Right?
no. And yes, and the only other thing was that the dagger was reacting to the lightning strikes. That I had to point out.
Yes.
So it's still that evening, because you guys definitely did not get to sleep. It was the second of the third watches, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And
Me and Sedge never got to ours, but we were
yeah,
awakened nonetheless.
you were in the process of resting. And that doesn't mean you guys, truthfully, you still haven't done anything that I would consider strenuous, right?
I'm about to climb up
Well,
in
no,
the buildings.
there was buildings climbed and there was spells. you guys have technically broken your resting point because you have done strenuous things. That's what I actually meant to say.
Anybody else seeing this? I'm rubbing my eyes out.
I'm already outside climbing. Like, so I've already put my armor on. I'd be like,
Yeah, you've
this
had
is
enough time.
bullshit. I'm climbing the building.
The building
Am I
you're
still
staying in, or you're
outside?
going over to the top floor?
The one we're in.
Okay, got it.
Am I still outside, Adam? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think you guys all rejoined, but you guys can do as need be.
Well, if Davis goes outside, I'll just like put my head down and shake it like I really don't want to do this shit, but I'm gonna go outside anyway.
I will also reluctantly follow because I really needed a rest, but okay.
And
I'll
Okay,
put some
so
energy to it where they're lacking, and I'm coming along
is
too.
the cloud strictly over the Tefra Shelf, or is it like over all of the town and just the lightning strikes are hitting Tefra Shelf?
the entirety of the town is, as from what you can see at night, because it is still nighttime, most of the stars and the moonlight blocked out. You're seeing the cloud, and it's just this circular spiraling. It's not a hurricane, but the best example I have is like a hurricane-like cloud just sitting over the town, which you don't really see it until like the lightning really strikes. It's so dark out. When you see it, you just kind of see this looming mass of clouds, and you guys just happen to notice that at the center of it is one that looked like a dragon's. And it doesn't seem to be moving. Like it seems to be spiraling, but not like moving on. And there's been lightning strikes around, because if you recall, and Al did jump out and kind of looked around, and there does seem to be lightning strikes around town, not necessarily like striking the town itself, but the whole vicinity of Carver, from the airspace of Carver. But there was no fire bells going on, people calling fire.
You're cutting out a lot.
Oh, am I?
Like we can hear like 30 to 40% of it pretty well, but then it was fading a lot.
We had this problem last time.
Yeah, it seems like when you lean back into the chair,
Lean back.
it hits you on the highs,
Yeah.
but then as you fade or the lower part of the word.
Gotcha. What's so interesting is I don't have this problem with themes or I just don't know. Must be a sensitivity.
Are you? I was gonna say, you're auto? I
Yeah, you're
feel
not
like
using
we're all
push to
not
talk, you're
pressing
using
the
voice
button,
activity,
right?
right?
Yeah, so it could just be you gotta
You're
crank
falling out of the range.
the thing
Yeah,
down.
let
a
me
little
do
bit.
that real quick. Where is it? Oh, it's doing automatic sensitivity. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Because like,
So
especially when you're moving back and forth, right? Like that'll change the levels.
lower is better, right? I want to do lower so
Yeah,
it
you
picks
want
up
it
every.
to be more sensitive.
Yeah, I'll do zoom 90 real quick. Hopefully that doesn't mean that it picks up my AC that right now.
Doesn't seem
No?
like it. No, you're good.
Okay, cool. So we'll try this then. Apologies, guys. So as I was trying to explain, is the cloud itself and the cloud space above, you don't really notice the shape or anything of the dragon if you were just like looking. It just looks like a looming, spiraling, kind of like a hurricane cloud. Best example I have, it's not a hurricane. It's not that big. I don't move that quickly. It's just a cloud mass that is sitting there. And it just happened to be that in the center, it was spotted the little dragon's visage due to the illumination caused by the lightning that's striking through the storm cloud. Well, on top of that, Al did jump out and was looking around town, and he did notice the 6, 7 or so strikes over at the Tefra. But he also saw some strikes just in the area of Carver, not necessarily striking and hitting buildings or ground, but he saw them and he kept an eye out and an ear out, and he didn't hear any town criers or any alarm bells going off. So it, from all intents and purposes, it just looks like a really slow-moving storm in the night. You guys happen to notice the dragon's visage.
Davis, You want to go check out where those lightning strikes were grouping up over there by the shelf?
So at this point, I'm probably like 2/3 of the way up. I don't know. But I'll just be like, just give
No,
me a
no,
sec.
he beat. Like you're climbing up, and he just kind of beat you up
Oh
there. He's
yeah.
like,
Hey, yeah. I'll be up there in a sec. I just want to test something. So yeah, like I mean, I've seen stuff, and this is it's pretty cool. But I've seen lots of clouds, and like lightning just hits the highest thing that it can find. So I just wanted to come get really tall. This looks like just I don't know, like it's just regular lightning. Like it's not a thing. This is like it
Coming
can't be-
out of the mouth of a cloud dragon.
But I mean, so we think this is like a new dragon? Like
I'm thinking that it's what was left over, what was evaporating or leaving the green dragon. Remember how
mean-
every time we hit it or whatever, it kind of let off
so it,
cloud mist?
real quick. Hey Al.
He's like pulling up his sleeves, getting the rest of his armor on as he's trying to catch up with the group.
You're
What?
the mask thing. What kind of people does it talk to? Or what kind of things does it talk to?
The dead people, the corpse mask
Yeah,
talks to the dead people.
dead things, right? Things that aren't
Yeah.
allowed to do like move around anymore. They're dead,
Yeah.
right? And we talked to the thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's dead. And then I just
Yeah.
stare at Dregnar.
Yeah, and I
Huh.
don't remember. I wasn't there, but didn't you guys fight dead things that were moving around in the swamp?
I mean, those are risen
Lots.
from the dead. That's different. That thing didn't rise from the dead. It just like turned into mist.
How do we know? It's dragon
Well,
stuff.
She
And
had
Al, I
her-
wouldn't put the metal armor on in the lightning storm. Just throwing that out there.
I can take one. If Davis is offering to get struck by lightning, I can. Right? I can. We'll find out.
When he
But-
says that, Adam, I'm going to take a step away from Davis, and if Al comes up closer, I'm taking a step away.
Al could not climb this building given 3 hours.
I'm also.
And a ladder.
I'm not there.
Get up there in 12 minutes though.
He could
I'm-
dimension
I'm
door up there.
struggling.
That's true.
Um,
But yeah,
I
no,
will
that
throw out,
thing,
though.
that thing is
Uh.
gone. Like kaput. It's not on this Earth anymore. Not on this materia anymore. Like
But now,
Then
now that
what
Dragnar
is
brings
that?
up,
it's a
Dragnar brought up
freaky
things, bring
cloud.
it like back to things. She had her like the dragon had like her cultists. They were like with the greed rot and those weird lizard things.
But I mean,
What if
nobody
they-
was doing anything with that. That was just evaporating. Like, do we think that they like caught up with the evaporation and did this or something?
I don't know. They just seem loyal and magical. They could have figured some shit out. Some kind
I
of
mean,
plan.
they
ahead
were
of time.
dumb and they fell into the thorny stuff. Like when all you have to do is turn into a bird and it goes away.
A couple
And
of
they
them
can probably do that kind of stuff if they have magic.
The
But
other one
also-
got us separated from each other and almost got Dragnar. Some of them are smart.
When he says that, I kind of wince.
This shit was
And-
scary.
Also, evaporating on deck isn't normal. I mean, it was a dragon.
I mean,
High
maybe are we
magic.
do? Is that not all? Maybe all dragons do that. I don't know.
Okay,
I-
magic people, do your thing, because like I said, I can't punch a cloud.
I mean,
Davis, roll me a D100,
Oh shit. Okay.
low or high. Call it before you roll.
A low. So
Okay, low.
tens is already a 6, so it's not low.
There's a lightning strike about a quarter of a mile off that way.
I mean, I think we gotta. I don't know what to do.
I mean, I think so either this is something related to what we were doing, and then we need to go check it out, or
Somebody
it's,
cast a spell at it, see what happens.
it's really far. Can y'all reach that far?
Dregnar looks at you like, I don't know how magic like that works.
I was like thinking through his repertoire.
I know
is, like,
Yarsi can shoot
mouthing some
things from like
lyrics.
5 miles away.
He's
And
really
look
good
what
at
happened to him.
Darcy, no.
Eh,
I don't have any spells that reach further than my crossbow, to be honest.
Ooh,
your
So-
crossbow's a spell?
So what I was saying is,
Can be.
why
I-
did we all rush up a building? I'm
I
so
just I
winded.
don't. I think the lightning is either fake or it's something. Somebody's doing something over there, and it's on purpose. I don't know, but so it's either you guys are right that dragon is somehow back and doing something, and we need to go, and then it's our problem. We need to fix it, or it's fucking weird,
Well-
crazy shit that, frankly, we should probably go check out anyway.
Well,
So-
if we check out the lightning strikes, right, we can at least confirm that it's real lightning.
Yeah, I guess let's head over.
But back to what I said, Al, Rock, Sage, can you guys hit it with a spell from here?
Al is going to cock his hand crossbow, aim at the dragon's head, let loose, stare at it, shrug.
Miles above.
Almost.
I don't have anything that could reach that far.
Shall we then? I guess.
Yeah.
I just got here, but yes, we can walk some more.
I'm gonna let the dwarf brothers know where we're going.
Wait,
Tell them
wait,
to
wait,
stay-
wait, wait. Yeah, they've got the stupid gates. I mean, we can get in. It's not a question of how do we get in. We could. Let's try and do it without causing a problem. Maybe we ask them if there's some way we can be let into that stupid neighborhood, right? Because isn't that over that fancy pants neighborhood where they wouldn't let us walk through?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Al,
think
no trouble
we'll-
starting.
I think we tell them that they can come with us and see what we're looking at, or they can move out of the way.
That's something I haven't really thought about either. We should talk to somebody on the road on the way and see what they think about it.
I mean,
If
it's
they even look,
middle of the night.
Well, we can talk to the guards if they had to have seen the lightning strikes on the shelf. It's like right behind them.
Sure.
well, then that's exactly what I would say. Is if they have a problem with us going there, it's kind of like they have a bigger problem right in front of them.
I don't know.
Exactly.
The brothers didn't seem to care. They just thought it looked neat. But
What if it's
We'll
not
stay
the
on the
best
floor. Let's go.
and it's something to do with the trustees? Because Scoot, it did act weird. And, you know, if they know there's no evil dragon controlling the mountain now, maybe they're doing like a summoning or a like we should probably go there and stop whatever somebody's doing.
yeah, did I miss something when we were there, guys? Because y'all didn't seem to really trust Scoot, but like he seemed on the up and up to me.
He just didn't want to give the book back. And Adam, how far did I get into the reading of the book tonight? Did I get much investigation on it? I didn't roll or anything for it.
Never get to roll. So let's go ahead and see retroactively how much you did, and you have to kind of tell me where you were looking for. So
Yeah, I don't have dice with me. There's a way to roll and
Yeah, slash
The-
R and then whatever, like
I
1D.
yeah.
Oh,
are you in D&D?
no, you're not in roll 20. And
20 plus what's my investigation? Investigation is it?
Yeah, you have a good investigation.
Oops. Oh yeah, I'm not in roll 20. I can't use that.
so
I
you can
use
do it in D&D Beyond. Can you get D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond, you can probably just click on the plus next to your investigation, and it should roll for you.
21 total.
Nice.
I don't know. We'll say is you're able to go through the book relatively fast, especially since you spent some time with it previously. And what were you looking for most?
Anything that connects Abenquill to the trustees, anything about Scoot, if you happen to be in there, just any issues with the town.
Okay. So there is the passage that I think you have
Yes,
saved in your note,
I do.
and that goes on to, just to reiterate for everybody, my leg has been broken as I have been cast down to these caverns by the trustees. I cannot believe that power has driven them to such rash acts. I for certain will die here, and I will ensure that my book is only found by those that can use it for the greater good of research and knowledge. and then there's gibberish and bloodstains and stuff. Kind of using that as a point of reference to start, and you're kind of going backwards through the book. You're trying to find any type of notes and hints, and it's hard to kind of go through his book because a lot of it is his research and mumblings and theories about just how the greed itself has affected the mountain. As he took it upon himself as a scholar and occultist to study what he called and how he passed it as there is a sickness on this mountain and it's spreading through. But there are
90 and 91.
What was that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I wasn't muted for that phone call.
No, you're good. You're good.
bad.
Oh, you're good to go. Cool.
Yeah.
There are passages in between, where it becomes less and less of research ledgers and more of almost like Oren's conspiracy theories or concerns that while the greed has affected the general populace of the area and the mountain itself, that the trustees are becoming more closed off, more difficult to interact with, that there's almost like a shift amongst the trustees that while when he first arrived they were still pompous and still leading the city because of their wealth, but they were not necessarily in for it only themselves. But he said, like, over the course of the last year or so, he's noticed that the trustees are becoming more closed off within the Pepper Shelf, that they are increasing the amount of personal guard and hiring more bell swords, that one family in particular, the Laron, are seemingly taking the charge over the Pepper Shelf, while the other families are kind of taking a back seat. That there seems to be some disagreement amongst the Shelf members, mostly that Ultra Blue is still opposing most of the decisions made by his fellow trustee members. With the 21, you're able to kind of go through some more of the ledger stuff, and you'll find one reference that very briefly says Ultra Blue was cast out today. I fear for what schism will cause within the city. That's about all that you get.
Okay, so I'll just rock summarize for the group out in the rain and there's a dragon cloud. Guys, I was looking at the book earlier, and because Scoot didn't want to give the book back, and I think the trustees are the reason Eben Quill was in there, and I think things are starting to corrupt them, and there's still a magic tree in town that no one can explain, and I don't trust them or Scoot or anything. It's they're not on our side. They're going weird greed too. So they're either doing some bad magic stuff that they couldn't do before because there was a dragon, or the dragon's back, or something. But either way, we shouldn't let it happen. There's a lot of innocent people in this town, even if they keep trying to rob us.
I will say, with the 21, I will give you one other thing that'll maybe help you. If you do get the proper names, and the ledger is old, so who knows how well the full names of these individuals stands up. But the families are as stated. Male elf leads the house of Laron. So his name is Maxim Laron. Lady Valeria Estra. Valerie Estra. Actually, it's Valerie Estra. Sorry, I read my notes wrong. She's a half-elven. She leads the Estra household. And just as a reminder to you, you met someone's from the Estra establishment when you were in the moon. Scoot, Ultra Blue. You know Scoot, the Marion. Then there's Yun, Y-U-N, Ichi, I-C-H-I. He is a male kobold, leader of the Ichis. And then there's Tyga, T-Y-G-A, Solomon. It just says leader of the herd of Minotaurs.
Have we seen any Minotaurs?
Like any actual minotaurs?
Here in town?
Ever?
No. Yes, you have.
I don't remember them. Okay.
But, yeah.
I now have first names to go with all the last names.
Yeah. Maxim Laron, Lady Valeria, or Valerie, I don't remember what the name was supposed to be. Estra, Cute Ultra Blue, Yuan, G, and Pega Solomon.
All I'll pass on that is we're looking for elves, minotaurs, and kobolds. Let's go.
So you think it's them that's kind of behind this? You say?
I mean, I think that they're not trustworthy. I think that any place that's as guarded as that to, everyone can't be good. It's not like they're... It just doesn't make sense.
Did you
and
say...
I mean...
Did you say kobolds?
Yeah, one of them was Yunichi is the kobold leader.
Kemri.
Oh, okay.
What were you saying, Al?
I was just gonna say suspicious lightning, suspicious people. I think we need to investigate ASAP.
I think so. Because
Well,
whatever's going on right now is there, and I mean, if it's a dragon and he's mad at the trustees, let them fight it out and we'll go clean up. And if they're summoning something, we should stop it, like, now.
Yeah.
I agree, but we could either do it two ways and... Well, I have two ways that we could go about this, I guess. We could walk right back to Scoots and kind of kick the door down. Say, hey, what are your opinions and such,
Because he's one of them.
Or, well, if you have that kind of suspicion, I had the same feeling about him from the time I met him. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's not pure of heart in this circumstance for some reason. That's just intuition speaking, though. However, we could also go to Ichi's and, I don't know, introduce ourselves, see what he thinks about this. You'd have some decent insider information. And I'm kind of keen to kobolds.
So I was gonna say out of character. So kobolds was also misspeak.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll write it in here just to make it a little clear for you guys.
Oh.
Yeah. So Kemri are hobgoblins in Materia. They're not.
Well, the statement still stands.
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say kobold, but Kemri, it's,
Yeah.
not to say they're anything alike, but I like them all the same.
Wait, so Ichi's not a kobold? I thought you said kobold.
No. Kemri.
Oh. Where did I get kobold from?
I think it was just a slip of the tongue.
There's a lot of kobolds in this town.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, gotcha. But yeah, so we should. It's raining and thundering, and it is not comfortable. Either we go, or I'm going inside and finishing my nap.
Is this something that we should take care of now?
I don't
It
see
seems
it.
pretty looming.
It doesn't seem like it. I don't think it's going to get any better for us by waiting.
But
It could get worse.
Yeah. We should do something.
Hey, can you talk to the cloud, Sedge?
In basic Draconic, I'm gonna thaumaturge my voice up towards like the cloud. Even though it's raining and stuff, hopefully I don't wake up too much of the neighborhood.
Okay.
Just with a booming voice in Draconic, hey! What are you doing here?
And
What are you
Stop.
doing?
in,
Come on.
in much better pronounced Draconic, I'm going to say back to Sedge using thaumaturgy. I could have done that. I meant like a message.
Just shrug at him. Does anything change? Does like anything respond other than angry neighbors?
You just hear down one of the alleyways, "Shut up! We're trying to sleep." Yeah.
I meant, can you do like ascending? Is that a spell slot every time? Like you send messages to
Sorry,
Navari?
sorry. Sending.
Like
Well, it
in-
has to be like a corporeal being for me to do something like what I think you're describing, and I'm
Does it?
not sure it's like. Not sure it's like that. Maybe. Give me a second. Let me think on it. Maybe I could try.
Okay. Just for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at my notes for the name of the dragon and all his like titles. Does anyone have that readily available?
Aristratar?
Ristratar?
Yeah,
The
but he had
avatar
all-
of avarice, despoiler of virtue.
Yes, all of that. I'm gonna yell that out in Draconic and Thaumaturgy again. His whole name, all of it, and be like, "You little bitch, we killed you once. What are you doing back?"
Also thaumaturgy again?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right. There's just some of the names.
Let's
Sort of-
see if one lightning bolt is 8d6. How many is 10 lightning bolts?
Yeah, I mean, I thought if anything's gonna piss it off and get its attention, then maybe that. But
Okay. Actually, now that's interesting. You inventory. Roll me. All right, flip me a coin. Roll me. It doesn't matter. It can be a d6. 1, 2, 3 is one thing. 4, 5, 6 is another thing. If you're able to do that.
Who are you asking to?
I mean, if you have in real
oh
life.
god, yeah, I rolled a d6 in D&D Beyond. I got a 1.
A 1. You're no longer attuned to your thermal rider's cloak, and
Interesting.
now you are forcefully attuned to the Scalesorn way.
Also interesting.
1 second, phone call again.
What timing? Was there anything? Was there any sort of event that coincided with that?
He
It's
would
just in
feel
response to the thing, in response to his
calling out the names.
goading. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We see his turtle skin start to get scalier.
I'm gonna try to.
Sorry about that.
Sharp
Do I feel?
Yeah, you'll.
Do I know this?
No. You. There will be a moment that all of you will see as he's calling out the name, the dagger, the blade. Like there will be that energy buildup, kind of associated when like you were thinking with the lightning strikes. However, there's no lightning strike, and the dagger will just kind of start to build up and pulse. And it, wherever you have it, if it's in your pouch, you'll still see it kind of coming through, like the glow coming through the pouch, and it's this very emerald green hue of a pulse that eventually just kind of, and then you're kind of sheathed in that light for a brief moment. You don't look any different, you don't feel any different, but as we play with materia, you feel that there's that you unintentionally tuned, with the blade. It doesn't feel cursed. It just
Does it feel cursed?
you just
Right.
you're like it's like you feel like a tingle, like a little like oh shit, okay. And then like your flowing cloak, it just loses some of that vibrancy to it as like the magic is kind of subdued.
Guys, I think I pissed it off.
What?
That's weird. This dagger, and I can use it now. Not that I want to use it. But yeah. I just got a bad feeling, or maybe we just shouldn't say his name. I'm gonna hand the dagger to Al. No, Sedge. I hand it to Sedge.
Let's play hot potato.
Sedge, take this dagger.
The spicy dagger.
He has
And-
his own though. Like what?
And yell out in thaumaturgy the exact thing that I just yelled out.
What did you yell at again?
I
just like hold the hilt in my hand.
the Ristratar, the Defiler, the Spoiler, whatever. His name. Do all that and call him something. Call him something. Here, I'll tell you a word in Draconic that's just a horrible insult.
I was muttering it under his breath, trying to remember it for later.
Yeah, now do that. I want to see if it's responding to. Yeah.
If I look at the dagger, is it like doing anything? Changing?
Are you calling out the name?
I haven't yet.
No, like when he hands it to you, and you basically see a very elaborately designed blade. That now that you've actually had a chance to look at it closely, the hilt is essentially like a dragon's maw, like open, and then the blade is coming out of it, and it's jagged and has different like serrations on it with intricate metalworking. And the end of it that kind of looks like a weird little, almost like starburst thing, is actually the wing. It's like a design of the wing, kind of making the handle. It's not doing anything. It's calling out to it. It's just it's a green. It's a metal blade that has like a ceremonial blade, a little bit longer than a dagger, and it looks well made. I mean, you can tell that it's magical just by looking at it. About it.
I'm gonna. Rock, I just was a little worried because I have terrible memories of the last time we saw Marv and we gave him a dagger. I kind of want to keep my eyes.
I don't. This one. Yeah, but you're the only one out here who speaks Draconic.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it straight up in the air, like point it at the dragon thing.
Sure.
And I'm gonna Draconic at it, Aristratar, and then the curse word that he taught me.
Sure. Pointing it up, rain beating off of your face, lightning kind of striking off in the distance, nowhere near you. Aristratar, Igrik! Nothing. Doesn't glow, doesn't do anything.
I'm
Anything?
starting to feel a little bad about the yelling in the middle of the night,
Oh, you shut up!
Hey, we're just trying something out. Be quiet.
Nothing. Hey.
Not a thing at all. I look at the dagger again. I kind of offer it back.
I will take it back. Huh. The dragon's involved somehow, guys. We should go over there. I think that when you turn into mist when you die, you don't die.
Actually,
Maybe
real quick, since that you giving him your dagger made me think of something here. I'll summon the Redeemer, and then I'll give it to Al. I'll be like, here, Al, hold this.
Okay. Stamp it into the ground.
Okay.
Dude, does
I'm not
Al
comfortable with
Al crumple into the into it?
No, I'm not gonna do that to him.
No, okay.
As long as I don't bench press it. I'll put it in my pocket.
How's it feel? Does anything change? Take a
lighter
swing.
than
Take
I
a swing with
expected,
it. Take a
actually.
swing.
Okay. I'm gonna step back, two-hand. just he's not trained with spears, so he's very like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Well,
watch out.
Okay. The stabbing feels a little more natural.
No, that's terrible. And then I dismiss it.
Okay.
I'm still in form when you dismiss it.
Yeah,
I go a few more stabs.
I try to make it so that your weight is shifted, like as if you're gonna do it, and then suddenly that weight is gone.
I definitely have to take a step forward.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that didn't work, so sorry.
What was that experiment for?
Yeah, it didn't work, so I'm a little embarrassed.
What didn't work? And he's just kind of leering at you. I'm cold and wet, and there's a lightning dragon above us. Are we going?
I just started walking towards
Yeah,
it.
let's go.
I'm going to remove. I think I fixed the dagger, so let me remove it from your inventory and add the new one.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully, it will
Also,
give
Kyle,
you the
if you're
plus.
speaking, I'm not hearing anything. I see your
I
thing
heard.
lighting up.
Oh no.
I still don't hear anything. I just see it lighting up all the time.
Me?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh. Yeah. No, I was probably just
I was just barely triggering it.
wrath. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
or
Like I didn't actually hear anything, so that's good.
Okay. All right. So, Rock, if you refresh your yeah, it worked. Cool. So, if you refresh your character page on D&D Beyond, you are now attuned to your broken engine, the staff of the crank, and the Scalesworm blade. And it does accurately. It doesn't look to be modifying your spell DCs. So just remember, it's +1 to attack rolls and spell DCs with spells.
Okay.
But it does accurately update your attack roll with the dagger itself. So it is a +6 to hit, and it is a D4 +2. So that is correct. But again, it's weird. I can't get him to do both. I can get it to do one or the other. I have to figure out how to get it to do both.
Okay.
Cool. So as you kind of hop down from the roof and get going in the middle of the night, still sore and tired from the days. Well, not sore and tired, but still kind of unable to get a full rest. Y'all are able to take a short rest if you have not already previously. So if there was something you wanted to do while you were resting but not getting the benefit of a long rest.
Yeah, I guess I can get a spell slot.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet today, so I'll get a couple spell slots back.
Okay.
Victor coming back.
Go ahead, put that out. It is not dawn yet, so we're not rolling items. I don't know if you guys have anything that recharges at dusk, because the
Coin.
fickle coin, no one's attuned to it.
Ah, okay.
I think maybe the mask. I don't remember if
That
the
might, the corpse mask might.
corpse mask is at
Dawn.
Yeah. That is dawn. Okay. So that being said, as you guys kind of head, I'll go ahead and through the city. I'm just going to put the dragon on the background for now. Kind of heading back from the southern portion where the not far is, and venturing up towards the center square, where eventually you know that you can take the road to either get to Scoot, the Rusty Pick, or you can try to make your way to the Tephra Shelf, the highest point of that is walled in behind the glittering, shimmering walls, with one main entry point, heavily, more heavily enforced walls into this one section that you've only peered into. You've never actually stepped into. The city of Carver is, for the most part, dark. There are some light sources, be it burning tarps, or possibly candlelight or oil lanterns in some of the buildings that you're walking by, but it is well into the night, and the city is pretty much asleep. You will see some rats skittering away as you guys start approaching, getting away from you, amongst the different, debris and filth that is Carver, even though within the gem dust, it's a little bit nicer. Streets are pretty empty. I'll say, as you're walking by, you'll see one kind of disheveled, kind of brown cloak, hood up kind of individual that's kind of walking, kind of stuttering around through the city. Can't really make out who or what they are, but there's really not much outside other than city and the rain. Where do you guys go?
I guess
I'm gonna notice. Sorry,
No, you go.
sorry, Davis. No, I was gonna say I was gonna notice if there is a lightning strike, if the guy in the cloak reacts strangely or not.
So as you're kind of walking by him, Dragnar, there'll be just a natural lightning strike, like nothing coming down, and he'll just keep kind of, walking. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Uh, 10.
Is it?
But hold on.
Yeah.
I do have an inspiration, and for some reason, I think this is important, so I'm going to use it.
You have a free reroll too.
That's the one thing that I haven't announced that yet. Thanks, man. Yeah. So thanks to Nicole, every single one of you get one free reroll tonight because of my tardiness.
Ah, cool. So I'll go ahead and do that now.
Okay.
Oh.
Woo! 18, bitches.
Derp.
Important or not, he just seems to slightly react to the lightning above. He's just someone with an 18. He's just someone that's struggling to get by in the city of Carver. He doesn't have any place to sleep. He's just getting rain drenched.
Okay, so just because it's a drag, I'll walk over to him and say, "Is he an old guy?"
Yeah, older. You'll see, like, his head is. He looks human from what you can tell. His head, there's no hair on top. He's got long white hair, kind of wreathing his head. Long, scraggly beard that's filthy and dirty, though getting kind of cleaned in some of the rain. Very thin, basically skin and bone.
Okay, I'll go up to him and say, "Old timer, you may want to get inside. Looks like it's going to be a nasty storm," and I'm going to give him 8 silver.
You should have joined that gang. You would have got a bunch of platinum.
Thank you. It is pretty nasty out. Thank you.
We pay criminals in platinum. We pay poor
Vagrant
people in
service.
silver.
Well,
I will say,
I am not a big baller like everybody else. Okay.
Yeah. I will say, for you, Dragnar, remember acrobatics, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth. At any point, because you got the vent to black on you, you can roll an additional die equal to your martial arts to increase.
Oh, that's right. So I could have used that on the last one. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
Hey, Adam,
Sir,
while we're walking, can I take my cloak off since it's no longer functional?
I mean, it's functional as a cloak, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay,
No
you
one.
said cloak. I thought you said clothes.
No, well, yeah, I take my shell off.
Perfect.
Whoa.
Because I have a purple robe from the other dragon people, right?
Yes, you do have almost like a mantle that. Yeah, you do with a
I'm
robe.
gonna put that on.
Okay, my PTSD kicks off.
I will also ask Rock while we're walking. Like, can you do the brain talking thing? Like, you can do that just while we're walking, I think, right? Like,
No, I need 10 minutes for that.
yeah, this is gonna take a while.
I mean, can I do it over 20 minutes and walking?
Go ahead and give me a concentration check to see if you're able to pull it off.
Okay.
So, but you're not taking damage, so you don't get to do it at advantage. It's just a straight concentration check.
What is a concentration
Just
check?
con.
Is it-
Con save.
Oh, just a
So plus 7, D20 plus 7 for you.
Okay. Oh. I got to roll a 6 and plus 7, so 13.
13? It's more than a 10. So yes, you are able to it takes you slow down the group a little bit because you still have to kind of focus on the incantation and the words. Typically, you're supposed to stay relatively stationary while doing rituals. That'll be nice. Yeah, you're able to pull it off. The link does get ping, 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 ping in your head right around the time that you're passing through the square and getting to where you can see the dusty pick, and then you can see the long path that leads up towards the Tefra shelf and the gate. For all of you have very good perception. Those of you that have dark vision can still see that the gate's closed.
As soon as I feel the bun, I'm like, thanks. We might want to be saying things without having to say them. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be in mixed company, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was good, smart idea.
Thanks.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm gonna pretend like I'm one of the dragon people and see if I can get this cloud's attention or not. That's why I put the cloak on.
Are you trying to attune to the cloak?
I don't have any spots, and I don't know what it does. So,
I'm just asking.
nope. But I am going to continue to, now that I think the the dagger is significant, I'm just going to continue to talk to it in Draconic, just muttering, just like, "Oh, mighty Aristochar!" And now I've got the thing on. I'm trying to like, have you come back to us? How can I serve thee? You know, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Got it. So you'll keep doing that. Anyone besides Rock that is proficient in Arcana, can you just give me a roll real quick?
Yeah.
Al, you count as being proficient in everything.
Oh, good.
Fluid
8.
in what?
Arcana. Al, you don't pick up on anything.
I can say I'm distracted by trying to keep the shelf in vision as much as possible. I'm changing speeds all the time. Like if there's a building blocking it, I'll speed up, and then I'll just kind of stop in the alleyway. I'm like,
Okay.
I know we're gonna get 70 strikes again.
Yeah. Oh.
She was crazy.
Yeah. All right. No, you don't pick up on anything else. Rock, you keep trying to speak to the blade. It doesn't react in any way. You're not getting any sense of an actual visual cue that the blade is reacting. You're not even getting a tingling sense either. It just, again, to emphasize, it just felt like any other item you've ever attuned to. Whoops, I attuned to this thing. So as you're passing through the gem dust, the rusty pick, the dusty pick. I keep saying rusty. I don't know why. There are some of the. Now you see it for the first time, and there's some ever burning sconces on the outside. So he's able to afford some magical stuff. So there is some light coming off, some decent light coming off of the building, keeping it well lit, as opposed to everywhere else where there's not really much. But there is a kind of similar contrast when you start looking down the road, and again, you see those of you that have dark vision can make it out that the gates are closed. There's kind of illumination along the Tefra wall shelf, the wall of the Tefra shelf as well. So like every 40 feet or so along the wall, there seems to be some sort of like point of light that's illuminating the entirety of the wall, but you can only see like the part that's facing you.
Is it a gate or a portcullis?
It's a gate. It's not a portal. Gate.
Are there any guard windows, guard shacks on this side, or anything like that we can see? Or maybe a light source? Guard
You
might
can give me
be.
a perception check if that's what you're looking for.
Sure.
Guess they're not expecting company, huh?
13. You don't
I
see.
gotta roll.
Oh, yeah.
Perception one of them. Give me a second.
Yeah, it is. I need to figure out a way to mark it on your character sheet so we remember which one. No.
17.
17 total. Peering. You don't see any signs of motion or silhouettes of people or humanoids or even watch animals on the outside. It seems pretty quiet.
Is it very finely crafted, or if I put my eye up to the joint or whatever, can I see through to the other side?
Oh, so you're as you approach your way and get like all the way up. So let me, as you guys approach and get all the way up to the wall, you can see through. It's much of what you've seen before. It is a very stark contrast to everything else. It is illuminated throughout. There are different points of like trees that are planted throughout that have like it's been like landscape. There's bricks or some sort of stonework around the trees with different flowers growing through it, and there seems to be it's like a magical source of light in all the trees, kind of making them almost radiate like a street light. So you can see fairly well in there. There are the various nicer buildings. All the masonry and stonework for the buildings seem intact and maintained and well kept up. You're kind of peering through, and you do see there are some figures moving through, kind of like maybe like on a patrol or so. Walking by, see a couple figures.
Should we get their attention?
Well, I'm assuming we're talking mentally right here.
Yeah.
I'll say we can do that, or I can vamp through and see what's going on.
Yeah, like, we're gonna get their attention one way or another unless we're trying not to, so yeah, do that, Dregnar.
Okay, so I'll say you guys may want to move back a little bit so that they don't think you're loitering. And Adam, I'm going to look across and try to find an area where maybe there's some boxes or some crates or something like that I can see that I can bump into and immediately go into a stealth check.
Oh, on the other side?
On the other side, yeah.
Go ahead and give me your perception.
Alcove, something of that nature.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your perception.
I'd be willing to do something that might help.
Sure.
I'm going to jump on the nearest tall thing that I can reach. Can I tell the cloak that I have is magical, the other one, purple one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to drop the engine, try starting to attune to whatever it does, because I really want to get this cloud's attention. And I'm just going to start yelling at it again in thaumaturgy, that now I'm holding the dagger up and the cloak, and I'm just trying to act like I'm one of his cultists.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so you're on the outside. Your cloak lets you leap 25 feet? Or 15 feet up?
When attuned to it.
Yeah, that's no, it wasn't the cloak. The staff lets me jump, which I'm still attuned to. But I dropped the engine, so I have a free slot to try and get the other cloak.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Sure. Let me put the... Because did you drop it while you were traveling up here? Or did you drop it now? Okay, so let me go ahead and put the magic item in your inventory.
Oh, woohoo. And that's also, all of that is to be noisy and a distraction, so Dregnar he's got it.
Yeah. Okay,
am I assuming that Rock is not announcing this across the bond before he does this? He just does it?
I would say, hey, Dregnar, I'm going to help be a distraction. I'm still going to try to communicate to the cloud. Just so you guys know, I'm not crazy. I'm still with you guys. Just, there's something going on here.
Okay. Are you able to check Discord text, CJ?
Yeah, I can check Discord.
Okay. I'm gonna message you what the item is real quick. It's in your inventory too, but again, it's up to you how you want to message you in a while on Discord.
Is it a cloak of billowing? Please tell me it's a cloak of billowing.
No. I wish it was. That would be just so fitting.
I fucking love that thing. It's the dumbest magic item in D&D. For those of you who don't know, it's a wondrous item. Comment: while wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically. That's it. That's all it does.
Beautiful.
Delightful.
I want one.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, cool. So, as he communicates it through the bond, you kind of have a chance. What was your perception check? Looking,
27.
because you can whatever you want to imagine, you can find. Keep in mind,
Okay, I'm gonna say it's like 5. Go ahead.
it's like neat and orderly. That's the only thing I gotta keep in mind. It's not like where there's gonna be like a pile of forgotten shovel boxes. It's
Gotcha. So
very
what I'm imagining is like some kind of architectural alcove that's maybe like 3 or 4 feet outside of the light area, one of those magical globes of light.
sure. Yes. Perfect.
Can you do a martial arts die for that? I don't remember. Guess
Yes,
so.
I can.
Nice.
Yeah. Any monkey stuff.
Monkey.
Any monkeys though?
14 for yourself.
Monkey.
Yeah, 14. I'll go with that and see how well it goes.
Okay. So as you kind of get the distraction going, so Rock, what happens is you leap, and you can't quite make it, so you have to like grab on with your claws, and then you start pulling yourself up. Get up, and you get yourself on the high point on the wall. The wall is high, but it's not this massive rampart or anything. It's about a 20-foot wall. So you make it most of the way. Takes you a moment to kind of climb up, and you kind of understand what the cloak is that you're wearing. You understand what the dagger is. You kind of get the combination now, but it's kind of for someone that may... Anyways, you jump up there, and the cloud is still looming, but, and you look up, and you start calling out. Anything in particular that you're saying? And I'm assuming it's in Draconic?
Yeah, I'll just say, Aristratar, you have returned. How may I help you? What? Yeah.
Okay. As you kind of call out in Draconic, Dregnar, because you're on the outside and you're keeping an eye and a bead on him, the distraction, you get the sense, might be enough, because as you kind of went through the little architectural alcove, you get the sense that one of the patrolling 2 individuals that was in the area by you, they kind of started to look over their shoulder. And then the moment you kind of get that sense that, oh shoot, you're made, you just hear Rock's voice booming, and they kind of look up, and they start kind of heading over with some sort of pace to the wall, calling like, and you see that they have halberds, and they have decent apparel on. It's again, it doesn't necessarily match, but as they pass by, because your original very high perception, you see that they do have kind of like a patch or an emblem of the trustees on there, and you got the sense that they are still like higher sellswords or bodyguards or stuff that stay in the area. But they definitely, Rock's got their attention, and they're running over and like, "Hey, you!" And they start running over. Rock, as you're kind of making the display and everything, dagger up in the air, calling out to Aristratar. Go ahead, and for the sake of it, just go ahead, give me a performance check.
Oh, good, my specialty. Nope, I don't want that.
And then my next question is, while we're getting that roll done, what is everyone else doing in this moment?
I got an 8.
An 8. Cool, got it.
If you want, don't forget.
You remember, you have 1 free reroll.
What is the rule of the reroll? Second roll?
You take the second roll.
Wow, let's try it. That's more rock-like. I got a 6.
A 6, yeah. You're up there and you're stuttering over your words, kind of like a little, like kind of tired from climbing up there, doing this. What is everyone else doing through this besides Dregnar right now? So I know what Dregnar and Rock are doing. Sej, Davis, Karos, and Al.
Staring at Rock.
Staring at Al.
Whoa.
Staring at that. No.
What? How many folks does it look like are coming towards Rock?
At least, go ahead and give me a perception check so you can see if you spot anything. But you definitely see the 2, because you saw the 2 that Dregnar was very aware of and kind of hid from. and they also announced and called out. So you see those two for sure.
But not much of anything else.
Yeah, the two that you're focusing on, you're really just kind of like, why is he doing this? I don't know what's going through your head. And then you're like, oh, thank God Dragnar's fine. And then the noise is kind of distracting, and
Actually,
you
while
see,
Rock's doing that, in my head I'll be like, Dragnar, did that work?
Yeah, they're focusing on rock, so
Should we keep him busy?
be careful. Yeah, well, just be careful because they are armed.
Got it.
Do they have any kind of ranged weapon at them?
27 was it? Yeah, they have crossbows.
I will say, yeah, they have crossbows, so he could be targeted.
I'm trying to like get up towards where I could see him within 30 feet, and then I'm gonna sanctuary him.
Okay.
First level.
So that little light of mantra around his shoulders begins to kind of plume, and I think it if I remember right, you said it kind of focused on their forehead eventually. I don't remember what your sanctuary looked like.
Yeah, it's like just a white, sandy looking reverberating bubble.
Yeah, got it. So it does kind of form around you. So now you have for the sake of it, mechanically speaking, you have this little glow to you as you're calling out, kind of stumbling over your words, Rock. Al, anything?
Crap, and then I got very distracted by
The
Discord.
You guys, that ain't me.
Okay. Sorry, so the guards are coming towards the gate?
Yeah,
Towards
so
Rock?
the gates are closed. Like, they're closed, but there are slits through them so you can see through, and that's what allowed Dragnar to easily kind of bamf through. Dragnar is off beyond the point of architecture, and you can kind of see him kind of illuminated by the light, but the guards didn't seem to notice him. They're too distracted by this cultist up on the top of the the wall, calling out to Aristotar, stumbling and now kind of lightly glowing. But yeah.
Is there any good vantage point where I could kind of hide out, watch Rock?
I mean, you could kind of press yourself up against the wall and hope that they don't see anybody. Like, you're at the gate of a wall, and there's no, it's a very stark difference. There's nothing between the wall.
No, bushing or
No.
no trees.
Purposely like that.
All right, Al, what were you saying?
And the wall is fairly illuminated. Like every 40 to 60 feet or so, eyeballing it, there's a point of a magical illumination.
Does it this is not really either here nor there, but does it look like it's the crest? Because I think we saw the actual crest on the wall earlier,
Yes,
right?
and it is the crest. Yes,
okay.
the point of light comes from the crest.
Got it. Which I think had all the names around it, right?
Yeah, in Dwarven rune.
Ah, okay.
And it's the split of the eye that lets out. So it's the shallow cut diamond looking shape,
Right.
and there's a vertical split through it, representing the eye. Now you understand what it represents. You've seen the actual visions and the light coming out of that split.
I'm just gonna the guards that are coming out of what? Look at this! Look at this weirdo! What is he doing? And what is he even saying? What is that language? It's so.
All right.
How
What
big
is
is
that?
the gap between the gate and the nearest building? Say where Rock may be, just streetwise. How wide is the
How
gap?
big? Sorry, say that again. How big is?
So like, you walk out the gate. How many feet is it away from like the nearest building?
Oh, 30 feet or so is probably where the closest. It's a defensible position. Like, you understand, like this, just a wall that was constructed. They thought about it when they built this portion of town. Like, there's nothing close to the wall short of a means to get up and down from the wall, if need be. And then there's nice, neat architecture, and it's very stark in contrast compared to the rest of Corridor, where it is like orderly and shapely, and there's landscaping and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that is very noticeable for the sake of y'all, I will say, because you've kind of seen it, there is very heavy signs of foot traffic coming through the gates, probably due to the agreement that they have with Scoot and the rest in the Dusty Pit. But that's about it.
Okay. Then I think I might double up with Davis, but I'm gonna start throwing presentations up there. Maybe like green and purple sparks, kind of puffs of smoke, little things like that. That rock.
Um,
But otherwise, kind of egg him on, like, what is he doing? There's another maniac on the roof.
Yeah. So with them doing their stuff now, I'm gonna yell back up in Draconic at the cloud. Sorry, Master, that was a strenuous climb. I'm here to serve. And then I look at the guys walking up to me, and I will yell at them with thaumaturgy in common. You there, my master has returned. Do you serve him as well? And then I point at the cloud.
So you're pointing at us or at the other people?
No, I'm pointing at the people, the guards inside.
The Dragnar, I'm just gonna play off your regular perception check. Like, how did we get a lunatic up on the wall as they're kind of getting up there? And like, what are you doing by the Tephra? You need to get going. And then they start like running more centered. Like this is to you, Al and Davis. They haven't noticed anyone else except for Rock, obviously.
Look at this guy. I want to see what he's gonna do. I think he's gonna fall.
Please, please, please! He got out of the old
Look
folks'
at him,
home, and I
he's-
need help getting him back to his house. He's not supposed to be
Karos is-
outside at this hour.
Karos is gonna slink back into alleyway or somewhere out of sight.
Behind the wall, essentially. Go
Yeah.
ahead and give me a stealth check.
Alright.
As you see, the two individuals. One is a
Nice.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Let hear himself.
Ooh, bow, 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 bow.
Oh shit!
You flip you. They don't even. They're too distracted by everything else that's going on that Carlos, you just, yeah.
Nice.
Got it.
Because of the natural 20, as you're kind of stealthing and kind of rolling away, your view kind of shifts to behind you, and you kind of see maybe a glint of something. And as you're peering, you see that there's two individuals, maybe more. You can't really tell. Like off on one of the possibly the closest building that would be here. Like so, there's a gap between the wall and the city itself, the kind of defensive position, and then there's a building, and you catch, for whatever reason, a slight glint with some metal, and you see that there's two figures, maybe more, on the roof, and one of them is drawing back a bow, and they're releasing an arrow, and it's getting shot right into the back of Rock as he's making a ruckus. Rock, you have no idea this is coming, so at advantage.
Do I see it, Adam?
No, you are inside. This is outside.
They went outside. Okay, got it.
I mean, we got our telepathy thing. People could warn me.
Yeah, I'll if I see that, then I'm just going to across the whole channel. Archers on the roof.
Sure. I don't. The arrow was already kind of let loose. Does that make sense? That's kind of like what you saw. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just kind of.
No. It'll basically, I assume that it will be going out as he's releasing the bolt.
So, potentially, I might let you maybe shield yourself because of that. You'll have time for a reaction, but that's about it. Out of the darkness, a natural 18 plus 6 or 7. What did you got that?
It hits. Yeah, I let it hit.
Hey,
Okay.
DM, God,
What?
he has sanctuary. He has to make a wisdom saving throw, or else he has to shoot
True.
somebody else.
Whoa!
That's a good point.
Oh
Well
God, shoot
done.
someone else. I want this to turn really weird.
Give me a second. Anita's calling for some reason.
Like,
Give me
She's like,
real
he has sanctuary. She's calling to remind you about
Why
sanctuary.
No, he's faking it. It's Anita. He's got to figure out how he's going to kill Rock now.
Fuck. I had him.
Jones calling, telling him how to counterspell that shit.
Yeah.
Adam, you fool.
Counterspell it.
This is
But
the
it's
real
already-
DM here.
It's already active. Shit.
Someone cast a spell magic on it.
But remember, Adam, you're the DM. You can change the rules.
So Sanctuary, they fail. There's no one that they're actually aiming for within a set of a target. So the arrow gets, and then just gets loose, and it goes wide. And Rock, Carlos, you see a little glint of it as it catches the light, because you're keenly aware of it, and then an arrow just kind of goes over the wall, and it kind of skitters and deflects off of some of like the architecture, and you see that one of the guards, they kind of hear the sound of it, Dragnar, because you're inside, you see, kind of hears the sound of it, and says, what's going on? And they get the crossbow, and then they fire a crossbow at the crazy man on top of the fucking thing, because they see an arrow coming from that direction now. 20 to hit you, Rock?
Yeah.
Okay, so wisdom save to see if it actually hit.
I don't have my shield up right now, so it would be less.
Yeah. So the crossbow guy, he rolls a natural 17. I think that beats your save DC, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So now arrow goes wide and over the wall from the city into the Tephra. It scatters into the stonework inside the Tephra shelf. You get this you exhale, for a brief moment there, Karos, and then Rock, you just go, oh! As you get a crossbow bolt in the shoulder from one of the guards. Rock, Dragnar, you see one of the guards quickly grab his crossbow bolt and fire it, because I guess he thinks that the bolt was shot from Rock. He doesn't know. And then the other one.
I got a question for you. How far away is that guard from me?
And are these guards humans or not?
They're humanoid. Yeah. They don't look. You don't see them. You don't see them. Ragnar sees them. And I was gonna say, rolling on the fun list of races, you have a full-blooded orc, and you have a elf. Both male, actually.
So, Adam, how far away is he?
I'd also
40 feet, maybe.
like to say
Okay.
when I get shot,
Okay.
kind of yell out.
Hold on, Rock. Hold on. I'm going to try something.
Okay.
Okay, rule of cool, Adam, bear with me. Since I have alert and I cannot be surprised, can I bamf, grab the arrow, and throw it back at them?
Which arrow? The arrow. You're going for the arrow or the bolt?
The crossbow bolt that got fired by the guy that's 40 feet away from me.
Rule of cool. So you want to see that he's about to fire and jump in the way and catch it?
Yes, basically, I want to use my bonus action to bamf to that location and then use my deflect arrows to grab it and throw it back at him.
Okay, roll me an initiative check. Roll me initiative. If you manage, because it is really cool. If you manage to beat it, yeah, you got the space to be able to do it. He rolled 9 plus dex. You got to beat a 12.
13, baby.
I was gonna say he almost can't beat it. Or can't lose.
Yeah. Okay, so. Fine. All right. All right, back to the rooftop outside of the Tephra. Karos, you see the glint. Arrow loose. You see the arrow get about to hit Rock, but then there's that little shimmer and pulse, and the arrow goes by him. Dragnar, you hear it, crash and kind of skitter and make a little sound on the stonework inside of the Tephra shelf. You notice that the guards hear it, notice it, and the orc quickly grabs the crossbow and is about to fire. As he does, you, bam, poof, jump in front of it, catch it. You let yourself kind of get sailed with the crossbow bolt for a brief moment, and you want to toss it back?
Yeah, I want to toss it back, but he's got to roll damage first to see if I can actually deflect it or not.
Oh, sure.
I have a maximum damage that I can deflect.
All right. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to. D10.
Yep.
Neat.
Well, my base is 11 before I
Yeah.
drop and die.
Yeah. So you catch it, and you kind of allow yourself to kind of drift with the arrow or the bolt just for a moment.
Now, I'm not going to throw it back at him. I'm just going to kind of toss it like it just clatters in front of him on the ground, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna try to see if I can meld in with the shadows because I've only done a bonus action. Well, I've done that as well. So
That's right. Yeah, there's nothing immediately for you to hide behind, right? You've kind of exposed yourself.
well, can I do that? And as soon as I
Perfect.
hit the ground, cast darkness on myself.
Did you just bamf?
No,
Bonus action.
Bamf with bonus action. Deflect missiles is a reaction. Yeah, you could.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that and just try to like instantly put darkness around. That way he can't see me.
Yeah, okay, so as you land, boom, this darkness emerges. Go ahead and mark off your key points. I think it's 2. And then the next thing you hear is you see the elf. He pulls out essentially like a cowbell. It starts doo-doo-ding, 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 doo-doo-ding.
I'll be like, okay, guys, I think it's time to go.
I'm gonna yell out at that, and common and still thaumaturgy. I'm gonna point to them, and I'm gonna be like, "You cannot hurt me when my master, Aristotar, the lingering miasma, spoiler virtue, the avatar of avarice, nimbus of vice, the suffocating gale that takes all it wishes, is here. Do you not serve him too?" And then yeah,
And then
stand there with my arms up.
Okay. Are you still on the wall as you're saying all this?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's let some other guards have some shots. I might as well just roll it in here. So as the bells are coming, you hear the Dregnar. You'll hear, and all of you will kind of hear like the shuffling of footsteps from within, as more of the guards are now alert and active. Karos, you just hear it through the wall, and you still have a feed on like where the arrow came from, not the bolt, but where the arrow came from outside. And you're like looking, and you see the figures because it was a natural 20 and drop down off the roof, and they start to kind of weave into the cities, and you're keeping a feed on them. And as time passes, you notice that they kind of duck behind the rusty pick. So, excuse place.
The rusty pick, you say?
Yeah, dusty pick. Dusty.
Dusty.
So, yeah. I gotta roll a lot of wisdom saves apparently. So that'll miss. Natural 20. Does that hit you? Oh, 18 total on the wisdom save.
18 total?
Yeah.
That passes.
Alright. Roll D10 plus 14. Yeah.
And at this point, when things start to hit me, I will put up a shield.
Okay. So 17 points of piercing damage as you see the bolts coming and you kind of put up the shield. So strikes through. Another one would come and the shield actually protects it. It blinks through your shield. And that's it as far as bolts that were able to be quickly fired in one round, as other ones are starting to run. And Dregnar, you're like looking through the darkness because I'm just going to give you that brief moment. I know you can't see through your own darkness. It's a stupid design. But I'll say for the sake of it, you're able to hear and suss out about a dozen or so guards are coming.
I'm
You
still
hear
yelling.
them.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, you just calling out real quick, if I may. Like, what is this dark? What is happening? We're under attack. Get more help.
I'm still yelling out to everybody. I'm fine. We're fine. In my head to everyone. This doesn't seem to be working though. They don't.
We're not fine. There's about 20 or 30 more guards coming towards us. We need to get the hell out of here unless we're going to fight the city guard.
No, we're not going to fight the city guards. I'm just hold on a second. I shall
Trust.
negotiate with them.
Oh
I
shit.
think I saw the people that shot at Rock. They headed down towards the dusty pick.
All right, mental notes. Okay, next round of arrows on rock because nothing has changed. I might as well just start rolling in here. Bolts.
Are the people shooting arrows at me grouped up?
It looks like it's groups of patrols that are running in, and then a couple of them seem to have come out of whatever barrack, or it's not really a true barrack, whatever their living quarters are, and they've grabbed what they can, and some of them are coming out with blade or spear or halberd, kind of rushing out to the sound of the alarm bell. you see that some of the lights, like some of the oil lanterns and that, are coming on, and then some of the magic lights, now that you've kind of paid attention, they've gotten a lot brighter. There's a lot less dim light out here now, as
Well,
the
Adam,
tree. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. What I'm
that's-
going to do is I'm going to drop what I cast the darkness on,
Sure.
take a few steps back to go towards the wall, and then if I can, I'm vamping out or bouncing from the top of the wall. I'm just trying to get out of this area, and I'm
Yeah, you
hoping.
can do that.
Okay, so I'll inside the wall, and that'll be me.
All right. You ready, Rock? Because this is a new round.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell at them. I'm not here to fight. Do you guys not see the dragon? Like, come on, my hands are up. I'm not doing anything. Dragon, I serve the dragon.
I don't think negotiations are going very well.
Quiet, you. I'm thinking.
That's
Supposed
okay.
to keep the dragon a secret.
All right.
I mean, I know
So-
it's Cloud Dragon, right? But
All right, Rock. Shield is up until the start of your next turn, so it's still up for this. All right. So with totals, I gotta add the totals. All right. So I rolled this 23 to hit, 22 to hit. These are the ones that might hit you, so you have to tell me if it hits or not. 23, 22, 25. I gotta roll the saves afterwards. I know.
Yeah, my shield is 23.
So 2 hits so far. And 2 hits and 1 natural 20 on the very last. It's not a ton. Like, they're still rushing out. They're not like 1,000 bolts. It was like 8 bolt launched at your way. So wisdom save. Natural 17 fails, and the crit is a natural 1. So only one of them is able to hit you.
So I
It
don't
just-
have access to everything, but. Sorry, guys. I'm
Okay.
muted. Thanks.
No, you're good. Rock, only one of the bolts manages to get through the sanctuary and your positioning and all that, and then rushing out with ready quick load crossbows. Fires, and just 6 points of damage as another bolt kind of strikes you, raising your arm. Davis, Al?
I'm gonna just keep
Yeah,
up
no,
the
you-
ruse of like gobsmacked onlookers, like, whoa, what's really popping off now?
What? I'm gonna double down with the.
Alright.
Why are you shooting at the old man? We're just trying to get him home.
Yeah, he's just crazy.
Oh,
Don't
God.
hurt him. He just needs help.
Right.
Damage did I take, Adam? Sorry.
Just 6. 6. Only one of the bolts got through. Davis and Al. Separate of one. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Say again?
So when that hits me,
Mhm.
I'm gonna just fall down on the wall, and I'm just gonna yell out, "Aristochar, you have failed me," and I'm just
Okay.
gonna pretend I'm dead.
Okay. But staying on top of the wall, like you're not falling off.
Yep, not falling off, just laying there, just slumped over.
Okay.
I use my reroll. I'll have you know.
Okay.
26 per.
Dario.
Damn. Okay.
With my
We
3
work
to an
we work
19.
well together. We ran a traveling show, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
You get the sense that the guards completely ignoring you. Like you have a very well
Camouflage, like in plain sight.
identified yourselves as some jackasses out in the street way late at night during a rainstorm. And you just hear like one of them, "You need to go." You know?
Why this is this though? Well, I'll stay back. We'll stay back. It's fine. We're good.
Wave my arms. Hold your fire. He has a family, damn it.
We don't care. You know, basically like he's assaulting the shelf. We can't let anyone get near the trustee.
He's just
How?
he's just yelling at the clouds. He's like
He's kooky.
he's just crazy, man.
Alarm bell went off. They're not listening. No, never mind.
Oh, if he dies, I'm totally fired. Oh, shit.
You kind of play dead. Karos, what are you doing at this point? Because it's kind of come back around to you.
It's perfect.
He's literally the Simpsons meme.
Damn you. Not what I had in mind when I created this scenario. No. Great.
I would say. How high is the wall? Like, Yeah,
20
how
feet.
tall is this wall? 20 feet?
It's not, again, it's a defensible position. It's not like ramparts from the past, right? Yeah, maybe. The turret.
Um, they're all running up there. Can I see Rock while he's laid down up there?
I'll say like maybe his foot is kind of hanging over.
Alright, that's...
For the sake of mechanic, yes, we can see him. Because he didn't roll a stealth
Yeah.
check, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How far from where I'm hiding across the way, roughly, would you say?
But he is from you, or
Yeah, from me.
is maybe a total of like 20 feet away and then 20 feet up.
Okay.
Not too difficult to get to him.
Alright, so he's still not sure. He's gonna keep his eye, he's gonna look back towards the Dusty Pick. Is the Dusty Pick, that's a bar we've been to, but it's not the place with the tree.
No, it's Scoot's establishment. It's the
Okay.
it's the metal warehouse looking building. Like I said, lots of very modern looking structure.
Okay.
And they just kind of, you saw them, you tracked them, they jumped off the building, and you kind of watched them running, and they crossed the street, and then kind of went behind the Dusty Pit.
Gotcha. Carlos will just say, Rock, I'm not sure where your plan is going with this. If you need me to try to evac you, let me know, but we literally have people who attacked you running away, and it could be related to what's his face, the little robot nerd.
Scoot.
Scoot.
Nerd.
I know you just said it and I already forgot it. So yeah, so he's either trying to get your book or he knows about the dragon, thought you were secretly actually a cult of the dragon. This is getting really long for a single.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Alright, so yeah, cut it off at just like, don't know what your plan is. Let me know if you need an evac. Assailants.
Yeah, that's
We're
good.
heading to Scoots.
That's good. No one is anymore on inside. So Dragnar bamped out. Rock, you're on top. Saj, you're kind of
I'm like outside the gate, around the wall, like
near Karos.
yeah.
Al and Davis, y'all are at the gate. Okay, so Al, Davis, and Rock. You can give me perception check as you're like kind of seeing what's going on the inside.
I'm gonna use my free reroll. Thanks, Nicole.
A PP.
Oh shit, yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, my eyes are closed and I'm lying on the wall.
You're playing dead. Okay.
I only got an 8.
You want
I'm gonna roll a disadvantage actually.
You're embracing the dead.
I'm embracing being dead. Yeah, 8 is my low roll.
Okay.
I peeked through one eye but didn't see much.
All right. And Al, 24 perception.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Lord. Okay, you guys are insane. As you guys are kind of like, hey, it was these crazy old men doing the acting. You kind of peer through, and it has become much more illuminated in here. There's still the rain and everything, but the magical sources within the various landscaped tree portions that seem to house some sort of magical lake have definitely been broken up and now radiating a lot of light. So it's fairly well lit, actually, in this portion. With 24, the more than a dozen or so guards that have quickly reacted to what is going on is a motley crew of orc, elf, dwarves, anyone and everything that you can see within the city. They are really didn't have much time to put on any armor, so they're just kind of reacting, weapons, blades, exposed to the alarm. The few that are well armored are the ones that were already more well armored, probably already on patrol. And there's about 6 of them, and then the other dozen or so that joined them are not that great. Hearing beyond that, there are some of the buildings that are more illuminated and all. I thought, because you have dark vision, and because it's well lit, and because you roll both really high, you do see in one of the buildings halfway down the central walkway that goes through the temper shelf, and you see a dark robed figure, kind of watching what's going on the inside, and then they just kind of blink into the shadows into one of the buildings.
I'll say it across the bottom of it. Hey, kind of far past the gate, there's some weird guy was watching and disappeared. Suspicious. Should we bail?
Either bail or press on.
The next thing that'll happen is a brief moment later, as Rock is down, face down, acting dead. You'll hear one of us. I think we got him. Let's go check him out. We gotta go retrieve. They're
Is he
coordinating
okay, guys? Did you kill him? You shouldn't have killed him.
Old man Tucker, no!
He's just
And
harsh, man.
Over the mental thing, I'm gonna sound off. Hey, Rock, this sounds like an awful idea, but go with me on this. I don't know if this is already your plan, but if they take you in, we could still communicate.
That was my plan. I'm infiltrating.
what the 2 of you with the 24 also notice is
Carlos is gonna go infiltrating jail?
Hell yeah, dude.
I love you.
The jailers.
So
The morgue?
the what? So then the next thing that you'll see is that there's going to be Davis and Al. You've got the high perception. The almost 20 guard now that are active. There's another individual that's more like at a leisurely pace. Really, what appears to be a nice brown overcoat, high collar. You can see the pointy ears, short brown, maybe a little strawberry brown hair, slender kind of features, kind of walking out. See the glint of various rings on his hand, a nice jewelry around his neck, kind of stepping on. Mighty loud night, boys. Not
Yeah,
talking
these
about
guys
the
were
thunder.
shooting at this other guy. I think he's dead.
Killed him!
They're doing their job. You get them away from our walls.
Whoa, okay. We'll go. It's fine. Jeez.
And he just kind of struts away as a cane. You see a elven figure, half elf, maybe elf, probably elf because no real facial hair or anything. Hard to gauge age, but doesn't look old. Maybe 100 years or so, maybe a little bit older. Looks back as you guys nods to his guard.
How far is that guy from us?
60 feet within calling range.
60 feet. And it's verbal, hey? And somatic? Hey, do you guys want me to warp the old guy out and then we can take him and question him?
No, we're not gonna kidnap people. What the hell?
Yeah, but
Have
they're
a lot
not
of people
evil.
chasing us.
I'll warp them out to you guys, take him and go, and then I'll distract them again.
I vote no.
I don't know if you can distract from that. Shit. No.
Oh, I can be mighty
No.
distracting.
The gift.
You got to make a call. Stuff is still kind of happening. They're starting to like approach. You see, a couple of them are grabbing ladders, handing them over to where the wall is, propping them up, getting ready to go up and retrieve Rock. You have probably 30 seconds. They're actually on him.
I don't know where you were planning on infiltrating, but we've got a giant cloud dragon and
That was
assailants.
that was a bad plan. This is a better plan. I vortex warp the old elven guy out to our guys.
He
And,
gets to save, right?
does he? He
Yeah,
he's
he's
so
a
unwilling.
wielding creature.
yes. It's a Constitution saving throw. Yes.
Okay.
Can I say I mumble it in Draconic and give myself a +1?
Oh, yeah. No, you don't even have to. You don't have to speak it in Draconic because, yeah.
You just have to be able
We'll
to.
take for the. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're attuned. So it's already a +1. So what is it? It is
I guess it would be an 18 then.
Yeah.
18. Okay.
Do you have any portents you could use here?
I used my 1 on a joke.
Fits.
Hold on though. What's my other one?
It's the most rock thing. I used my good one
I
on
had
that joke.
the best portent possible for many
Yeah,
situations, and I used
I-
it for a prank.
I screwed with Al. The other one's a 16, and I don't know what guy's bonus is. I can't use it.
No, don't do that.
Okay, give me a second. I need to pull up. I didn't think I was gonna have to pull up this guy's stats. Give me a second. Is it a con save?
Yes.
Yeah, he's old. He can't have good con.
He's not old.
He's not old. 100's young for an elf.
Yeah, 100's.
Whatever.
Okay, so legitimately, because of the dagger, you succeed.
The dragon is
It's
on
not
our
my
side.
Success.
So, as this pompous younger elf, with his cane and his jewelry, his really nice cloak, is starting to like strut away, all of a sudden, this bubbles start to form around. He's like, and you just hear, "What's this?" And where'd you put him?
I put him to where. I guess I can't really see the guy. Do I have to see? Yeah, I guess I would turn my head and just near Davis because he's strong.
Hey, Davis. Literally, like, he's still walking.
Yeah, we're just walking away. Like, okay, fine, we're walking away.
And he just kind of like bounces right in front of you. The bubbles start to appear, and you recognize the bubble because you've seen Vortex Warp now. He looks over his shoulder.
I'm gonna immediately try and grapple him if I can.
Sure, give me that one.
God damn it, Rock! I hope this works. 24 athletics,
Yeah, you just grab him with both hands.
and I'm just gonna with bond. Now what?
Take him and go. Some are safe. I'm gonna stay behind and then escape. I'm gonna be noisy and loud, and I'll try not to kill anyone.
Can you at least disguise yourself so we're not wanted criminals in town?
Yeah, I'm wearing a purple cloak. I won't wear that next time.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, because there's a lot of turtle men in this town I've seen so far.
If Superman could disguise himself with glasses.
Super who?
Super elf.
Rock, what are you on about again?
I'm winging it, okay?
Remember
Like,
what we talked about? Thinking ahead about consequences?
Yeah, we can't get in. Now we've got one of them out. He looked important. Deal with him.
Davis, so as you grab him, he says, "My, this is a troublesome night," and you just kind of pick him up and start moving with him.
Yep.
Oddly calm as you kind of pick him up and run away with him. And I think we're gonna take a break there because I was not expecting this, and I want to